Hello and welcome. I'm the Theory Detective. In these lessons we'll uncover the mystery of music theory. Now that we have the treble clef, high, and the bass clef, low, and the treble clef, using the G clef symbol, has two prominent Gs, one that goes through and one that sits on top. And the F clef, or bass clef, has two prominent Gs, one on the line that goes through and one that holds up the bottom. Now let's find our most common note, the C. In nearly every single song, you actually play a C at some point. So let's find them. On the treble and bass clef together, if they're together, they're often called the grand staff. If you're playing a keyboard instrument, that's important to remember as well. It's called the grand staff. But many instruments have one or the other separate. But if you have both of them together, then you actually have 5 different Cs that you can play very easily. Let's take a look at them. Now the first, let's start with the treble clef. If you have a G here, then we go F below, on the space, E below, on the space, then on the line, then on the space below, that would be the D. So the C would be right here. I'll put a C inside of it. And there's our C. Now this one is in the middle between the treble and the bass. So it's actually called middle C. Let me put that there for you. Middle C. Now what about the treble clef? Well, again, starting with the G, you go up, it's A, go up to the line, B, and then C would be on the space. So there's our other C. Now, because this one is on the treble clef, we call it treble C. So I'll write that here. Treble C. Let's make that E a little more prominent. So now we have middle C and treble C. Now, what about really, really high? Because we also like to play really high notes. So I'm going to give ourselves another ledger line and another ledger line, little line. We'll call them the ledger lines. So we're right here, G, again, going up to the line here. That would be A. Above A would be B on the space, and then the line would be the next C. Now because this one is way above the treble clef, we call it high C, because it's so high. So we have middle C, treble C, high C. Now let's look at the bass clef. Now you can have middle C very easily from the bass clef. If you ignore the treble clef here, you could have it played by the left hand of a keyboard instrument. Or if you were playing only on the bass clef, you could very easily just have the little line or the ledger line above the bass clef. So we start out with the middle C there. Now let's go down. Now let's go up from this F. So this F is on the space. The line would be G. The space would be A, because it starts the alphabet again. And then up would be B on the line, and then C would be on the space. So I'll put the C here, and we'll call this bass C, because it's on the bass clef. Just as treble C is on the treble clef, bass C is on the bass clef. Now, just like with high C, we have the little lines, or the ledger lines. I'm going to give us 2 more down here. And we're going to go from this F down to G would be on the line. Excuse me, opposite. E would be on the line. Down below would be D on the space, and down below would be your C. So, right here, put a little C in like that. And then this one we'll call low C. So we have middle C in between the treble and the bass. We have on the bass clef the bass C, on the treble clef, the treble C, below the bass clef, the low C, and above the treble clef, the high C. Remember also that you have two G's prominently placed on the treble clef because the treble clef uses the G clef symbol. And then for the bass clef, you have two F's prominently placed because the bass clef uses the F clef symbol. So now we have a lot of notes here. Okay, let's find those C's. If you have note flashcards, go ahead and find them. Take them out. Here's our middle C. You can see it's done for the bass clef down here and the treble clef with the little line or stem going up there. We'll talk about those later. And then this one is your treble C on the treble clef. This one is the high C above the treble clef. This one is the bass C on the bass clef. And this one is our low C below the bass clef. So put those with your practice pile. Practice them as much as you can until all of them become very easy. And as always, have a great day.